Hello, everyone, and welcome to yet another wonderful episode of the Silas Berrim podcast. So, today, the topic I'll be speaking about is dubbed the useless spinning wheel. Most of us have been asking ourselves, what is the point of life? At least at one instance of our lives, we've asked ourselves the point of living at all. Because people live and then people die. Bad things happen sometimes, good things happen sometimes. And is there really a meaning to life when there's death? These are questions that people ask day in, day out, and there seems to be no answer to this. But what's the point of life? Is there really a point to everything that we actually think we're living for? The thing about living is that we all think we have an idea, or we all have a belief, a strong belief about how life should be, and then the end goal of what life is. Religion has its, and science, and almost every set of people or groups of people who actually stand to believe in something has their own point of view about the topic. But taking a clear view and a walk through all these people, all these sects of people, the religious belief systems, which includes Christianity, the Islam religion, Buddhists, all of them. If we take a walk through this, their ideas and why they think that life has a meaning, that everything that we think we're living for has a very great end goal. Does it really make sense? Will it hold? And is it sound? And taking a stroll through science, trying to find out whether life has a meaning, does that one also hold right? You see, I'm of the opinion that all the ideas that we may think we have are just presupposed ideas that have been imposed on us, especially when it comes into religion, because most people don't seem to ask questions in their religious sections, in their religious sects and groups. They just believe things and accept things that have been told them or passed down to them. But science holds a very wonderful key into the meaning of life. Science defines life, and then we see that basically everything that encompasses life has this ability to undergo some processes called the life processes, which when we were in school we used to actually abbreviate as Mrs. Green: movement, sensitivity, growth, and blah blah blah, excretion, all those stuff. So far as you have an organism, right? So far as you have anything at all that goes through these stages, then such a thing is said to have life, right? Great. Now, my question is, what's the point of life when you don't have life anymore? Because if I have life and I know I am alive, right? Everybody can see that I'm alive. I'm walking about and breathing and talking to people and experiencing this user interface, which we've already discussed in our previous episode, determinism and non-determinism, the essence of life in determinism and non-determinism. Then we get to know and understand that this whole universe that we see and interact with is just a user interface. So if you no more have an access to the user interface, and then you can't interact with people anymore through this user interface that we have called the outward reality that we're actually seeing right now, then what's the point of life again? There seems to be no point of life now, because I can't live. I don't have breath. And then after that, people come up with stories that there is some sort of life which actually springs up after death. Well, Buddhists have theirs that they said life is more like a circle, right? Reincarnation. You die, you come back in another form, and then you die, you come back in another form. So me living here as a human being, I could die and come back later on in another form as a tree, or as a cat, or as a goat, and that could possibly continue my processes in life, my interactions with the natural, with the user interface, and then possibly there could be a meaning to life. But thinking about it very well, it's like the meaning to life is only linked or anchored very, very, very deeply with living. So far as you say there is a meaning to life, then you have to be alive. But then what if you die? What if you're dead? Is there another meaning there? Because when you're dead, you're gone. You become, I don't know. It's highly depressing to think about this, but you become food for maggots, right? So what will be the point? But then you can't talk about life without taking out death, because death is actually a part of life, right? So what if I'm dead? Then what's the point then? This idea could make you think for like the whole day, thinking, is my life really worth it? Am I supposed to be living at all? What's the point of life? And all these questions that I'm asking today are very depressing ones. And the high number of depressed people on this planet now are actually suffering from this question, this existential question. But then I think there's a very big solution to this. Well, a compromise, let me say, to this, to make people live, to make people just accept what they are and thrive to become better and continue with this life as they see it on the surface. Because if you don't do that, there's nothing else you can do, and believe you me, you'll be depressed your whole fucking life, and you won't do any goddamn thing on this planet. So this is my suggestion. In as much as humans are going to go extinct in the near future, well, maybe not, but then I know the extinction of the race of humans is not going to come in 10, 50, 20 or 100 years. It's going to come way, way, way after. And believe you me, if you're listening to my voice now, in 100 years time, there's a chance you might not be alive. So what can you do to make sure that even after you're dead, the humans that are going to come after you, people you've connected with, will have an essence to you being alive? We'll be glad that you were alive, like Martin Luther King or Kwame Nkrumah and other great people that we know. But then before I say this, you have to listen, and you have to be open-minded. Listen, religion is not going to solve the problem. Religion is not going to solve the problem. I have much more episodes coming soon, which is going to explain why I'm saying this. But religion is not going to solve the problem. It's only going to make you feel soothed at the moment that, at least there's a point. When I'm dead, I'm going to experience some form of bliss or joy after my death. Like angels will come and sing to me, take me up to heaven, blah 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 blah, and all the other bullshit that is out there. Religion isn't the problem. Isn't going to solve the problem. But then what can we do? Listen, live every fucking day of your life like it's the last. Because after it's gone, you're not going to get any. Even if you are, the time is not yet here. Right? Time travel isn't real yet. The only time you can travel, the only time you can actually do time travel is only in your mind by remembering past events. Full stop. So live every single day like it's the last of your days. That if you should live today, if you should leave this world today, if you should die, anything should happen to you, there was at least something that you did, or something that you're doing, or something that you brought up, or people that you met that actually will make you feel satisfied with your life. I don't really give a damn about hell or heaven. The only thing that matters that I think you should do is this. Do something to make sure that the people that are going to come after you are going to be living a happy life just because of you. Are going to be happy, are going to be stress-free just because of you. Because heaven, hell, all these things are much more depressing than you think about the point of life. Because someone told me, someone said there's a God, and then this God created me and brought me onto this planet, and then his only reason for making me is for his pleasure. What narcissist? You understand what I'm saying, right? I have an episode for that. It's coming soon. And these narcissists now asking me to worship him isn't enough for him. He's like, if I don't worship him, then there's trouble. What's that trouble? I will be destroyed. He's going to smash me. You made me, and then you're going to be smashing me very soon in the future because I choose not to worship you. Because I choose not to worship you. And that's a big issue. And then if I do worship you, you are telling me that there is even a chance of me having to be living a life with you, right? Okay, so let's say I worship you, and then I have the chance, right? I'm selected. Oh, my son, you did great. Come and then spend eternity with me, right? In heaven. And then I spend eternity with you in your heaven. What am I going to do in heaven for all of eternity? And remember, eternity is a very long time. I don't know how old you are, but you can actually tell that it's been a long time you've been on this planet. Even if you're 16 listening, you know that it's been long, right? So you get to live with him in his heaven. And what would you be doing? It's not like you're going to have your free will, right? It's not like you're going to live your life like what you want and then form your own ideas and principles that you want to live by. You're not going to become you. You're not going to live like how you want. You're just going to live exactly like how he wants. And what are you going to be doing? Worshiping him 24/7. Listen, I'm not lying. It's in the Bible. Right? And then people see that's what is supposed to pleasure us. I don't judge anybody, right? But if you think that's the life you want, well, you can have that. You can do that, right? But then make sure that life you're choosing, at least on this earth here, you're able to do something for the next generation to benefit from. Right? This topic is very hard, especially when taking it to the religious side. Because people don't want to listen. You see, when someone has a presupposed idea about something, right, that they see to be the absolute truth, it's very hard for them to accept any other thing that comes to them. I'm open. You can speak to me about anything, okay? But just understand that there are some ideas, there are some things that we do which are actually non-commonsensical, okay? In science, we have people that are extremists, that take things too far. In religion, so would we have the same people, and then they could look so innocent. So why not question? Why not question the nature of the universe, the nature of what reality is, and find out its meaning? But then if you think you can't find one, make a meaning for yourself by living every day as if it were your last. That's what Steve Jobs did. And see, he became great. He's still remembered, and I know he's still going to be remembered. What can you do to add to life, to add to the world, and make people enjoy, and make people have an easy life after you are gone or you're incapacitated in any formal way? Death shouldn't be feared, bros. Death shouldn't be feared. It's scary thinking about it, all right, but then I think when you live a life where you're actually satisfied, right, you know that, yes, I did this because I want to do it, well, and you continue in that, even when you're about dying, you know exactly that you lived a wonderful life, and you won't be scared. The only reason you will be scared is because people will be missing you. You necessarily don't know what is in the unknown, and that is very terrifying. But the joy lies in the fact that after you're gone, and there's necessarily nothing to you anymore, whatever thing you left behind should be helpful to the whole universe. Circle of life. Life is going to make you feel much more miserable when you're just sitting there doing nothing. If you really want to be happy, join some club, meet people, go out, walk around, meet people, have a chat with people, have a relationship. And all these things will begin to just dissipate out of your mind gradually. And then you'll find life to be quite a place to live. Don't just be idle, bro. Don't. Do something. Thank you for listening today, and I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.